So I'm going to start by opening up Serum 2 and make sure the patch is initialized. And I'm just going to turn the envelope down. So we're going to make a pluck envelope. I'm going to increase the release slightly. And I'm going to assign that envelope to the cutoff, which gives us the pluck sound. And I'm just going to make it a bit softer. And I'm going to assign velocity mapping to the cutoff as well. So now softer notes will have a lower cutoff and stronger notes or louder notes will open up the frequency. So from here, we can go into clip view and we can use this new setting in Serum 2 to basically put in a nice pattern, and then we just trigger it by playing one long note. So to show you what I mean, if I put this into mono, KB span mono, and I just draw a basic pattern here, something like this, and then I just play a D note. And then I essentially draw in this D note into our arrangement. It's just gonna keep playing that over and over again. So let's increase the length and make this a 2-bar pattern instead. So let's just make it like that instead, and then we'll add some ghost notes with low velocity as well. So from here, it already sounds quite good. We're going to add a reverb and a delay, which will be the wetness. So I'm just going to turn these down initially, make this hall. And we can assign macro 1 to the wetness and reduce the intensity slightly, the maximum intensity. I'll just call this wet. And we can automate the wet throughout our composition. And this gives us some nice movement. Another thing to get nice movement is to assign LFO 1 to the fine tuning, increase the BPM to 1/128. And you can leave this as it is, or you can assign a macro, say macro 2, to the AUX source of this control, and this will control the intensity of that tremolo effect. So that's a really good use of AUX source in the matrix. I personally like having it on all the time, at quite a high setting, because it adds a lot of grit to the sound. So another way of adding grit to a sound is obviously distortion. So we're going to add some distortion. So this is sounding really good to me. We can also obviously automate the initial position of the cutoff to open it up throughout the arrangement as well. So let's just make sure Ableton can recognize that. We'll do that every 2 bars. Lots of people like adding noise as well to make it sound a bit more analog and realistic. So I'll just pick one of these noise oscillators and I'll go to the start and I will modulate this by assigning it to note on random 1 and also note on random 2 for the level. So now every note will trigger a different note phase and noise level. So noise phase is just the start position. It's probably a bit too much. Let's lower this bit. So that sounds good to me. We can also obviously automate this decay. So we'll add this into macro 4. We can just do this nice up and down. So let's listen to this now in the context. In the context of the beat. So that sounds really high quality to me. Obviously you could EQ it slightly or do some other stuff to it, but let's just add another pattern now, say a triplet pattern. So let's go to triplets. And you can just do this very quickly in Serum too. Let's do a quick triplets at the beginning. Make sure it's looping at exactly 1 bar. Let's try some octaves as well. Sounds really good with the tremolo on the fine tuning as well, especially the higher notes. Let's go back to the normal grid. Let's add this in subtly with the lower velocity, which will lower the cutoff as well. Then just for a final touch, I'm just going to duplicate this sidechain compression, which is on the bass. And then we can also add another wavetable. So that sounds really good to me. You can go on forever, obviously adding different wavetables and then even warping the sound as well with LFOs. But we'll leave that as it is for now, as it sounds really good. So hopefully you learned a lot in this video. There was a lot to take in, but it was actually quite a simple sound with a lot of features. So if you learned something new in this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Make sure you sign up to the free vault where we have lots of our free sounds, and you stay on the lookout for any new packs that we're dropping which contain really high quality sounds like the one you've seen today. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon for the next one.